Everybody, and welcome back. Lars here. Today we're going to dive in and we're going to check out a top 5 countdown. Now, we're not going to focus on counting and good team comps. Instead, we're only going to focus on mistakes that I see people make on a daily basis. You'll see them all over. Whether you're playing somebody, they make a mistake. You'll see people mention it on Reddit. Everywhere you go, you'll see mistakes. So we'll go ahead, we'll tackle that. But for now, please make sure to like and subscribe. It means the world to me. And with that, let's go ahead and let's check it out. And we start at number 5. And so number 5 on our countdown is a little bit hard to explain, but don't worry, Papa Lars is here to help you. And what do I mean by 1-to-1 ratio? Well, you take a Basti, you throw in a couple grass types, and then you face off against a Swampert, 2 flying types. What's gonna happen? Well, on paper, Basti loses the Swampert. Of course, those grass types are gonna get murdered by the flying types. But here's the kicker. In this situation, the Basti and the 2 grass types actually do have the advantage. I know it doesn't look like that, but trust me, they do. And it's all because of the in-between. And it's really hard to gauge on PV Poke, which we'll talk about a little bit later, but all that in-between stuff, what you can do to farm down to make your opponent make mistakes. We're gonna look at a couple of examples. And in the first example, we are putting our opponent in a tough position because that Altaria now can go ahead, they can kill Victory Bell, but they know that the Bastiodon is in the back, ready to take control, ready to farm down that energy. And so a lot of people will straight up just let Bastiodon give them the energy, but a lot of people will go ahead and stop attacking. And that means that Victory Bell can come in with a Sledge Bomb at half health and show Altaria who's business. Now, this is just an example. I did it a long time ago. Obviously, a lot of people know about it nowadays, but there are plenty of other opportunities, other chances for you to do that. And believe it or not, the more obscure chances you have, the better, because people all nowadays at least are so used to seeing the same thing. If you can mix it up just a little bit, you will go so far. And coming in hot at number 4, it is peer pressure. And well, what do you mean, Lars? Well, remember when we were little kids and we were at the arcade and we were playing like, I don't know, Street Fighter, and then you beat some kid and he was like, I would have won, but you were using that one Street Fighter that's technically banned. You know, that sort of thing. Well, the same thing happens here in Pokemon Go. Just to let you guys know, if you're not aware, people that use Charmers or Razor Leafers, there will always be those people that feel that they lack skill or whatever, but in truth, it's the exact opposite. It takes skill to use those kind of Pokemon. It takes lots of skill to use those Pokemon that have very spammy charge moves. I use both teams. Sometimes the former's better, sometimes the latter's better. It all depends on the current meta. So please do not limit yourself because of what other people are saying. Some people get almost embarrassed to say that they're using Charmers, but instead, those people that are saying, you know, giving you a little bit of shade, chances are they're gonna suck. Trust me on this. Go with what you want to do. Don't limit yourself because of what other people say. All right, coming in at number 3, we have none other than 100% PV Poke Reliance. And I love PV Poke, we all love PV Poke. It is like the Bible as far as Pokemon Go PvP is concerned. Here's the thing though, give me a team that's all A's or hell, even all A's and a B, give it to somebody who's maybe a little bit seasoned, they've done a few seasons, but they're not great. They're still gonna fail. Best PvP player out there, give them a team to someone who's same thing, seasoned, they will suck because you gotta know your team. Do not rely on Sims, rely on yourself. Otherwise, it's gonna be a long road and it's gonna lead straight to failure. And next up, we have Squandering events. Now, you have kids, you have a wife, you have a job, you need to go ahead and push that all aside because Pokemon Go takes priority. And of course, I'm just kidding, but here's the thing. There are so many events out there that you need to go ahead, you need to grab them, and you need to take control because just like the Psychic Spectacular, many as far as the eye can see, there are events you need to go ahead and you need to write them down because God knows Niantic, who is not known for their communication, is gonna have a little bit of a mix-up. So be on your best, go ahead, circle those events, and believe it or not, the more you do, the better your stable's gonna get, the stronger you're gonna get, those XLs are gonna be yours, and you're gonna win. And for our honorable mention, we have keeping it spicy. Now, this is a very common thing you'll see on many lists, but people still have this problem. And honestly, what you need to do is you need to look at your team. Now, you need to gauge, is the wins that I'm gonna get, that one single nuke that's gonna feel so good, is it worth all those losses that you're gonna incur by having something else that could have been better? So ask yourself those questions, and remember, it's always best to think outside the box, just like we mentioned before, but don't stray too far from it. Don't go off the deep end. Stick to what you know, change it up just a little bit, and man, I promise you, you'll hit legend and so much more. And at our number one spot on the list, the one thing that so many people just revile and so much hatred towards, and that is the Catch Cup. And believe it or not, before you start saying, Lars, you're crazy, the Catch Cup is a great opportunity to earn late stage ELO. And honestly, the last couple of weeks, there's a big problem, and it's the 24 and no more crew coming on in. They don't want to get top 500. They just want to hit legend and play some spice. And so it becomes like the Wild West, and it's your job to get past them. Well, the Catch Cup is the one cup that will give you the upper hand. And you need to spend, as soon as the season starts, go ahead, go out there, start farming those Pokemon, getting those XLs, because believe it or not, so many people use Pokemon. As soon as the Catch Cup comes around, they say, I don't know what I have. I might build everything, right? Don't do it. Plan ahead. That Medicham, maybe you hit legend this time around. That Medicham that you were going to invest all the candies into, maybe you save it for next season, because next season you might be struggling, and now you can pump all that candy into a specific Medicham that you caught that season, and now that one Medicham might just give you the edge to bump you up and hit legend. It's always good to have a safety net, and trust me, the Catch Cup is the safety net that you need to absolutely participate in if you're having trouble. Well, that is it, everybody. That is our top 5 plus a bonus of the common mistakes that I see on a daily basis. Now, let me know in the comments if you agree, if you disagree, and just your overall feelings. As always, thank you so much for watching. I will continue to bring you content. We'll get that Discord channel up and running. But for now, I wish you a safe and happy new year. I hope it's going amazing. And with that, see you later.